how did you prepare yourself mentally? Seriously, how did you prepare mentally, knowing what you were going into the Black Buckingham Palace?
The Black Buckingham. This is why this is not going to work.
No,
we cannot,
no,
y'all. We
listen.
cannot have this
No, no, no.
conversation without
Okay,
a host
no,
because
no.
it's going to go left.
No.
How did I prepare
Okay.
to sit in the
Okay,
Black
let me-
Buckingham Palace?
let me-
And he really believes this.
No.
Yes.
Okay, go back to your conversation with my late mother,
Yes.
who said what to you? Tell me, what did my mother say to you
Which time?
on what it is that she was bequeathing over to you?
Yes. So she did. Yes. So after we got engaged, he called his parents, and Rev C got on the phone in the only way that she can, and she said to me, that they had been praying for me. She
Yes.
said that I was an answered prayer,
Yes.
and that they had been praying for me. She said that if she could have written heaven herself,
My Lord.
if she could have written heaven herself, she couldn't have asked for a better daughter in love.
Yes.
And that she's not said this, but she wanted to make sure that I knew that I was an answer to what they had been asking God for. And she did also say that she believed that the legacy of their family was secured with me.
Woo,
And
that's
so,
heavy now. Don't jump over that too
listen,
quick.
no, it was very heavy.
Yeah.
It was very, very heavy. And so, but for those of you who know Rev C or had encountered her in any way, you understand how powerful and how amazing she was. And so it meant the world for me. I don't want to say have her approval, but to have her blessing
Yes.
over our relationship and our marriage and our future. And more so than that, because, a parent can be like, oh, this is fine that you all are together.
Right.
But for her to say that she felt confident that the legacy of her family was secured with me is a whole different type of thing. So there were some things that I believe she saw naturally, but that she also saw in the spirit realm that really affirmed me in a way that I didn't know that I needed,
Yes.
but that I was able to receive from her. So it was really a beautiful moment.
What we've never talked about in public space
Mm-hmm.
is tell me about when I brought you home to meet my parents.
I was very nervous.
Yes.
I was very nervous. And let me just say this. So we had had some conversation around meeting his parents. But there had not been anything definitive, right?
Yes.
And so when he finally was like, I want you to meet my parents, I'm like, okay. But I was very, very nervous about it. I asked you if you were nervous because you turn into like a 12-year-old, honestly, with your parents. You love them so much. You have so much honor and respect for them. And so in my mind, I was like, oh my God, if his parents hate me, this is immediately about to be over. It's going to go left. So I was very nervous, but they were very warm. They were very kind, hilarious people. So that made it easier. But how were you feeling about taking me to meet them?
I was a nervous wreck.
Really?
Oh, listen, I didn't know whether it was going to be Azusa, it was going to be Dr. Phil. I don't know if it was going to be the Cosby Show. It could have been any of those things, depending on where the universe was spinning in that moment. And as I said to you, I don't just casually bring people to my parents.
Sure.
Yeah, so for me to do that was a very big deal.
Yeah. And there was some nervousness for me around it because we come from two very different backgrounds.
Yes.
At least I thought.
Yes.
So, I was nervous about just kind of going into the space of being around your parents who have been married for so long and the value that they have, on marriage. My father and my mother were not married when my mom gave birth to me. I don't necessarily come from a rich history of marriages staying together. And so there were so many little things like that that I think that I was working through even in my own mind as I was going to meet them. And so, a lot of those things came up as well for me, but it turned out to be a beautiful
It was
experience.
great. They prayed over us. They brought out anointing oil, had communion, had people kneeling, standing
Yes.
up.
Yes, it was
No, it
beautiful.
was great. You walked out like, wow, I think we married already.
No, I did. I said that to you. It literally felt like it was the divine seal, I think, that
Yeah,
God gave to us, the confirmation that we were going in the right path,
yeah,
and that He was pleased. Because I know one thing about your parents and mine as well. Had they not thought that it was the right thing for us to do, they would have said so.
oh yes,
And at no point did they ever say that they didn't think that was the case. They definitely gave us wisdom, challenged us to think about some things, but we knew at the end of the day it was something that they were happy with. And I think that that made it easier for us.
yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel about me going to see your mother?
Well, first of all, I was like, my mama don't even like you.
Yes. False prophet. False prophet.
I was like, I felt like, because you're such a, you're just so smooth. I always say that you're so smooth. You're such a warm person. You're a funny person. I was like, she ain't gonna challenge him on nothing. She ain't gonna be like, what is this? What is your expectations? He gonna go down there and woo her. But she said that you were the perfect gentleman, and that you didn't do that, that you were very humble when you came to talk to her, that you were very humble.
And she
And
was very direct.
was she?
Oh, what's this meeting for? Why are you here? I got to work today. I like, wait. At least eat the soup first. I'm trying to get to it.
Oh, what are your intentions
Oh, yeah.
with my
Listen.
daughter?
She's like, what is this meeting about?
What is this?
I was like, we're going to get to it in just a minute. I just wanted to spend some time with you. She's
Listen.
like, yeah, I know, but what you want? I'm like, whoa.
And she is the sweetest person,
she's
but
sweet as
yes,
pie.
no,
But she didn't have no time for frills
yes,
or nothing.
yes,
And then after that, I met your spiritual father, Bishop Blake,
yeah,
and I was a nervous wreck.
yes. He called me.
I like, excuse me, sir, I got to go to the bathroom.
Did you?
I did.
Wow. Why were you so nervous?
I don't know.
You should have been, though, because had he said to me that I don't think that this is the
no,
right
he wasn't gonna say
direction,
that.
you don't know that?
He wasn't going to say that.
How do you figure?
I said to you.
Had the Lord told him that this
The
is,
Lord wouldn't have told him that.
how do you know?
Because I know what he told me. And I said to you,
Yeah,
if at any time God tells you this is not it,
you did. You did.
go. I won't even fight you. I won't chase you. If he tell you, I am not Boaz, then go on.